Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks once again for joining in. At this time, yes, it's another unboxing. However, this is about the Pacman 35th anniversary plug-and-play unit made by Bandai and Namco. It features 12 games, and you're probably wondering, wait a minute, wasn't this released many years ago? And not this version. This version is an updated version to the one made by Jakks Pacific, and in the 2000s. I'm gonna put a picture, an image right here. I'm gonna bring it up so you can see. This is the Jakks Pacific version. It features, I think, 5 games, including Pacman, of course, and I think Galaga, Galaxian, the classic ones. I think Dig Dug also. They don't make this anymore because now they're trying to focus on this version. But yeah, both are composite cabling. And this one, you notice, is in the shape of Pacman, contrary to the other one, which was in the shape of a controller, similar to a type of computer PC controller back in the 80s. Let's see what we have here. We have the packaging, which a big Pacman with a joystick, a orange knobbed joystick, and 2 buttons, and I presume the power switch at the top. It also features a store display. I'm not too sure whether or not it means the box or the unit itself can be saved in such a way to hide all the cables and put it like a type of a figure on a shelf so you could look good in your room. It features 12 games, 12 classic games, but in reality I think there are only 11 because they chose to add Pacman 256 as a separate game, which in reality, if I'm not mistaken, is just Pacman. Those who reached level 256 found the glitched up version of that level, so they try to focus on that one as a brand new game. So no, let's see what games are included in this bundle we have here. Let me see if I could get a little bit focused. Okay, what do we see here? Let's read. Did you know this Pacman Connect and Play video game offers fans the chance to play the coveted level 256. The original arcade game had 256 levels, but due to a programming glitch, level 256 was a half jumbled screen that only a few people in the world completed. Now players can start at level 255 and make their way to level 256 and perfect their skills to become a master player. As you see here, Pacman 256, and the screenshot of how it's supposed to look. Okay, all scrambled and everything. Let me see if I can. Here we go. And then after that, we have other games in the series in this collection, which of course we have Pacman, Galaga. Let me lower this down a little bit. Okay. Xevious, Dig Dug, New Rally X, Pac and Pal, Super Pacman, Mappy, not to be confused with the NES version. This is the original arcade edition of Mappy. Pacman Plus, Bosconian, not too sure how you spell that, and Galaxian. You'll notice that there's actually only 11 games in the collection. You focus here. Okay. So yeah, they just used level 256 as a different game, but in reality it's only 11 games. It's for ages 4 and up, as you can see from the top, although it's blocked. There you go, ages 4 and up by Namco Bandai. And once again, like I said before, this is composite, which boggles my mind because at this age, at this time, I would have presumed they would have used HDMI to have a clearer image, as not many TVs offer composite cabling. However, it seems to be cheaper, so they decide to screw it, let's continue using the original connector. Okay, but in any case, that's the box. Here's the side of the box. Okay, sorry for that about that. Here, okay, ready. Kind of looks like an arcade machine from the side. The top of the box, you see Pacman and one of the ghosts. The other side, which focuses also on the display portion, store and display, as we saw here. You see here. From what I can tell, let's see if we could focus a little bit. It's basically to save the cables inside the unit and have it as a display, basically. I'll be doing that, although I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna leave it in the box, I'll be honest. In any case, that's pretty much the box. Now let's open it up to see how it is inside. And here is the unit itself, once removed from the packaging. I gotta say, I really like the feel, although it's a bit bulky and definitely plasticky. It's pretty solid considering, and I understand about conserving it and putting it on the shelf because this part here comes out, the back part. Let's see if I can take this out slowly. Here we go. And you'll notice it actually hides the cables inside the unit with the battery compartment. So, and it comes out, if I can tell from the plastic, from the top, right here. I can tell here, right there. The cable comes out there, so you can just save it right away in here. And put this on the side. I gotta admit something I wasn't expecting, considering the price. I think I paid like $12 for this. We have the on-off switch right here. That turns on when it's on, I presume. Button B, button A, depending on the game. This is what I was very surprised. The joystick itself actually uses micro switches, which I thought was incredible because for a cheap unit, they wouldn't use such quality components, or at least arcade-like components, which raises the price. So I'm very, very happy and glad that they used that because you could actually have feedback. And there's not much in the way of spacing, meaning that it should control perfectly. But yeah, this is the unit itself, the side, the back once more. From what I can tell, it says here, Pacman, trademark Namco Games, Bandai 2012, made in China. Well, let's put some batteries in and see it in action. Let's put it here. Look here, see, everyone can see how cute Pacman looks. Now let's compare it with the Jakks Pacific. Big difference, as you can see here. First of all, there's only one button in the Jakks Pacific version. There's a menu button on the left. The Jakks Pacific, there is no menu button on the Namco Bandai version. Of course, there's a start button. That's obvious. But there's two buttons on the right, on the other one, and the new one, and only one button on the left. And we have a mini joystick, which of course, it's not mini micro switches. It's more like capacitive, like a regular D-pad. And it has a nice little Pacman icon, but it doesn't feel as responsive as the micro switch version of the new Namco Bandai one. But still, it was pretty good for the time. But I would like to now play with the new version and then compare with the old one to see how it compares, to see how good it is. Well, let's see it in action then. Before I continue with unboxing, I'd like to just show this. Once I took it out from the box. It's basically a screenshot on the background and the Pacman game in the front. I thought it was pretty neat. I just thought you guys might actually like to see it before I continue with unboxing. The copyright screen when you turn on the unit, and we see the Bandai logo. Then you're going to see the starter screen, which has Pacman, Super Pacman, Pac and Pal, Pacman Plus, Pacman 256, Mappy, Saved High Scores, Galaxian, Galaga, Dig Dug, Xevious, Bosconian, and New Rally X. Let's try out Pacman. It's basically the same Pacman we all know and love. Let's see here. Okay. The sound sounds pretty good. Emulation seems to be spot on. I need to warn you guys, I really suck at Pacman. I always have. I even suck playing the Atari 2600 version. But I just wanted to let you guys see how it plays. It's Pacman. Nothing much I can say about that. Now we're gonna try out Super Pacman. This is the intro. And let's put in. Let's start the game. I like the tune. Oh, this is definitely different from regular. Look, huge Pacman! Ah! I'm guessing the purpose is to collect all the apples and open up the doors to the apples. Pretty different, at least not exactly the same as the original one. I'm happy with this. This is pretty good. It plays well. Oh, let's see the next one. Now we have here Pack and Pal. It seems different. At least it seems different, similar to the other game. Let's see how it plays. So I'm guessing there's doors again, but then look like cards. Okay, the cards open up certain doors, and I'm guessing you have to go get the items before the ghosts do. I get the key here. That opened the strawberry. Different. It's more the same, but still different compared to the others. Let's see a little bit more before we try out the next game. Come on, come on. Oh crap. Yep, I suck. Here we have Pacman Plus, which I want to see the difference because I've played this before, and besides the screen being the maze being blue and looks like a Coke can on the bottom right, it still plays exactly like Pac-Man. And although I see that the ghosts out have little flags on top of the heads, green flags, I have no idea. I barely played this, so I can't comment much. But at least it plays good, and it responds really well with the control pad. I mean, with the joystick. A little bit more. Notice how much I suck. I already lost a life. Right here we have Pac-Man 256. It's basically the first Pac-Man. Just jump to that level, particular level. We are maxed out with lives and a whole bunch of keys of icons. And it's much faster, of course, because we're in the later levels. And I noticed that, let me see if it's true. Okay, I died because I suck. I am so terrible playing this game. Power-ups have no effect because it goes by too quick. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But let's see it in action at least. Here we have Mappy on the arcade, not to be confused with Mappy Land on the NES Nintendo Entertainment System. I thought it was, but it's a totally different game, based similar, but so it's basically amazing when you have to go through the entire game of not let the kitty cats grab you. You open doors to get items, you jump on trampolines to go to the upper lower floors. No purpose is to collect the entire all the items in that level to continue on to the next. Never was too much of a fan of this, but it's okay. Here we have Neo Rally X for the arcade. This game is again like a hybrid of Pac-Man. You don't collect dots, you collect little flags around the screen, the maze, and you will seem to poop out gas, which I know it's gas or rocks or just something gas, but it looks like farts, so the car's farting. I like this game. It's not bad. It's simple. Like the way you can actually defend against the other cars with the attack, the farting attack. But yeah, I like this game. Pretty good, and it plays well. Next up, we have Bosconian. This is one of the only games that actually uses. I'm sorry. This is one that actually uses voice in their game. It's pretty clear. I like this game. The purpose seems to be to destroy the 3 bases by hitting it dead on the center. I like the. It's pretty repetitive as many of the games of the era, but it's solid. It's a lot of fun, and I do suck at it as well. But yeah, it's one of the few games I actually like from this compilation. I'm not saying the other ones are bad, all of them are excellent, but it's just my preference. Ah yes, Xevious. We all know about Xevious, and this seems to be the only game, unless I'm mistaken, that uses both buttons on the plug-and-play unit. One for bombs and one for shooting. We've seen this many times before on the NES and on other consoles. I'm not much of a fan, though it is a good game. I admit that. It just seems repetitive. It's a bit repetitive, and I could never. Not that I suck because I could go really far. I just found it boring. But it is a very good game, nevertheless. Ah yes, Dig Dug. I love Dig Dug. Ever since I played it for the first time on Atari 2600, I love that tune. Purpose of this game is to get to the enemies and just blow them up, basically, with the little vacuum you have. I hate those little dragons because they spew out fire. You can also squish them with the rocks, though I really use the rocks because my timing is horrible. But I really do like this game, and the funny thing is, the more you play, the levels you pass, the more flowers appear on the top right. It's a classic I love, so even I remember playing on Atari 2600, it was awesome. Ah yes, Galaga. How I hate Galaga. I've never been good at this game. I'm always terrible. I almost always lose in the first level, first stage. Let's see if this happens again. My timing is way off. I try, just can't get the rhythm of the rhythm of the game. I just can't get it pat. And I always keep crashing to bullets or the enemies themselves. I'm trying to. There we go. See, I told you I suck eggs. Let's try again. No, something tells me I'm gonna. That's it. Next game. Finally, we have Galaga. Similar, of course, to Galaxian. Naturally, they're both similar. And however, this one's like it was before Galaga. The same problem I have with this one, although I could last a bit longer compared to Galaga. So Galaxian is at least I favorite more than Galaga. But still, it's the same type of Space Invader shoot 'em up. It does get boring. I do suck at the game, and I pretty much fail at the game because my timing is way off. So yeah. And although not a game, it's the screen where all the high scores are saved for all the games. You can delete them all, delete a particular game. Those are the games that are inside the little handheld unit. 11 games plus the Pacman 256, as we saw earlier, I explained about earlier. I really like the unit. It's very sturdy. The buttons function nicely. The joystick is perfect. It's sweet. You can actually have feedback. There's barely any travel on the joystick itself. It responds beautifully on all the games. The only problem I have is that I couldn't hold it nicely on my hands as a controller, as a directional pad. I had to place it on a flat surface and use it like an arcade joystick. With that was perfect because it's just too big holding it by my hand, and I have fat hands. As you can see, I have really big hands, and it was still an issue trying to play it as a D-pad. But other than that, it was fantastic. I love the unit. Much better than the Jakks Pacific and earlier versions of the plug and play by the same company. I can tell they really took their time in creating a worthwhile unit, making sure that everything, the emulation was spot on, sound, everything. It's just fantastic. So if you ever find this for less than $20, $20 to $25, the less the better. I would highly recommend picking this up. Anything more expensive, I would just wait for reduction, because if I got this for around $13 brand new, yeah, it's gonna be the same price. However, please, to other companies out there still making plug and plays, consider putting HDMI. I understand it may increase the price a bit of the unit, especially if you have to do, say, an upconvert. But not all TVs have the composite cable connectors on the back of the unit. And if you have to use one of those composite to HDMI adapters, there's going to be lag, which is going to be a pain. And you're not going to enjoy the unit because it's not going to respond properly. But other than that, I highly recommend the unit. As you can see, Pacman is about to eat the plushie I got from, I think it was Super Geek Box. I'm not too sure. One of the better prizes or items that they included in their boxes. But yeah, thanks so much again for watching this video. Any questions or comments, feel free to write them up below on the comment section. And also remember to hit like and subscribe, especially the subscribe button, which will then add you to the list to be up to date with the latest in reviews and unboxings and everything. However, I do plan on changing a few of the reviews, such as making gameplays on, let's say, like Let's Play, and I hate using that title, but more comedic versions of gameplays, especially about playing 8-bit consoles, the older classics. I also plan on doing even tutoring, biology. I just have to see how that can be done, and just anything that might just pop up to mind. I like to make videos about my kittens, my cats, because I know a lot of you will love that, and they do some of the most funniest things that just boggles my mind. Sometimes I even wonder if they're cats and not humans, meaning humans. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Remember to click the like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Take care, guys.